Hey everybody, your time is valuable, and I just want to check in and speak to you directly about some things that I've been doing recently and some things that I've been thinking about. And perhaps I can lead you or make some recommendation, lead you in a certain direction and make some recommendations, okay? Um, the recommendation I'm thinking about, just received a message from my wife. The recommendation I'm thinking about is the Cosby Show's DVD. All right, because I bought this recently because I wanted to do some investigative, investigative. I wanted to get into some investigations. I wanted to go back and watch the Cosby Show and sort of analyze the show and see what I can see. All right. And here's what I'll say about what I did. I noticed in the Cosby Show that, um, you know, Bill Cosby's character in a couple of episodes, um, in one episode in particular, Bill Cosby's character made it apparent or made it clear that keeping secrets in the family was acceptable. I think he told his dad. No, actually, he was talking to Denise, Lisa Bonet's character, and he said, I was preparing to keep that a secret until I needed uh, I needed to reveal that. Okay, let me give you a little bit more, a few more details. Um, so Bill Cosby's father, Heathcliff Huxtable's father, asked him, "Oh, why did you go to college at Hillman?" Okay, and Heathcliff Huxtable said that he was following Claire, Felicia Rashad's character, Claire. He was following his wife to college, but Heathcliff Huxtable said that that was a secret. He didn't want to tell his wife. That's why he chose to go to that same university or college. And so um, he said that was a secret that I would only reveal when I really needed to, when I was really in trouble. That's what he said in the episode. And I thought that was so revealing. Like, wow. So, okay, number one, you're keeping secrets from your wife. And number two, you are not going to tell her that detail until you are in so much trouble that you're going to need to, get yourself out of trouble. It's sort of that get out of jail free card, from Monopoly. And I thought that was very revealing and very interesting. And of course, when we were watching this in 1986, I think when the show began, that was a detail that completely went over our heads because we just thought, oh, that's cute. Oh, they're keeping a little secret and whatever. Nah, but you look back on it these days and you're like, oh my gosh, man, he's keeping secrets from his wife. So that's a lack of trust right there. That's a breakdown of communication and trust in the relationship. So he thinks he can get away with it. He thinks he can get away with whatever. That's in one of the episodes. Time is of the essence. That's only one of the examples that I can recall right at this minute. I didn't prepare by writing the details out, but that is something that I remember from watching these shows recently. And I would suggest, hey, I mean, it's your money, and maybe you don't want to spend any money on Cosby. Maybe you're done with Cosby, but I found it very interesting. And you know what? It's also very positive watching these images because I don't find these images of positive black, figures, readily available. I mean, I actually have to search for them. And buying this DVD set was part of me searching, for those positive images. Yes, I know that, we are living in the future. This is the past. This represents the past. But you know, there's still some value. I'm still salvaging some value from this, even though what we have learned about, you know, Cosby and his character is very um, depressing. Okay, so um, yeah, so I would say go out and get a copy of this and watch this, but I would also say watch it and analyze it and be very and scrutinize, you know, what you see. But I think it's very important, and I think it's very valuable. Um, One of the redeeming aspects of this is a black family that uses, you know, proper English. And when I taught English in South Korea, Saudi Arabia, and Oman, um, you know, I never had the inclination to buy, you know, the Cosby Show DVD like I have it today to use it in my lessons. But now that I think about it, this is a great resource for learning English. Um, you know, English learners or those who are learning English as a foreign language uh, find can find tremendous value from TV, movies, and music. And this would be an excellent tool for learning English. I would definitely use this in the classroom. Now, um, the reason why I'm talking about Cosby is not only because I've been watching the Cosby DVD set, you know, the collection, but also because I a few weeks ago I wrote about my experience with Bill Cosby, my personal experience, and here's here's what I'll say about that. Let me tell you that story. I was a little kid. I couldn't have been more than 12 or 13 years old. I was definitely younger than 12 or 13. And I was attending an event with my aunt, Florence Griffith Joyner. And because she was a celebrity, she was matched with Bill Cosby, who in some of the episodes of The Cosby Show, he ran track, and he was known as an athlete, you know, during his university years. So there was that his former athleticism, and it was my aunt's status as a world-class Olympian, you know, and two black celebrities that, you know, brought these two individuals together. It was a public relations event at UCLA, and my aunt invited her nieces and nephews to attend the event, myself included, as well as my cousins and so forth and so on. At the event, excuse me, my phone. All right. At the event, you know, it was public relations, so there were a lot of media and, you know, a lot of photographers and whatnot. Well, um, because there were so many celebrities there, and of course I was a little kid and I was starstruck and whatnot, I wanted to collect autographs, but I didn't have anything to really write autographs on. I didn't have paper, I didn't have a marker, or maybe if I did have a marker, um, I didn't have paper, and I didn't think to have my T-shirt signed, um, or pants or whatever. But what I did think to do was, excuse me, was use my sneaker to have it signed. I took my shoe off and I handed it to various celebrities who obliged. They had no problem with signing my shoe, and so I sent it around and I asked for their autographs. I've always been a pretty polite person, so I know I wasn't rude and I wasn't aggressive. I simply asked for an autograph. Well, when my shoe was passed around, or being, you know, as I was moving from celebrity to celebrity asking for an autograph, many of the celebrities obliged. But when I got to Cosby, you know, Cosby looked at my shoe, you know, sort of analyzed the situation, you know, turned up his nose like, nah, I'm not doing that. And then he was like, no, I'm not signing. I'm not doing that. No. So that was devastating to me. And I thought, man, dude, he didn't sign my shoe, man. Bill Cosby's the man right now, and I wasn't aggressive, I wasn't impolite, rude, whatever, and he didn't sign my shoe. That stuck with me. That memory really stuck with me, and every time I bring that story up today, it really reveals more of his character. I mean, how could he, a man of his age at that particular time in his life and in his career, not see that I was just a child and, I looked up to him and I wanted to, share a memory with him. How could he have not noticed that just signing my shoe would have meant a lot to me, right? Well, you know, that's my story. That really happened. And now we see what's happening in his life, how things are unraveling. And the question is, well, do we believe these people, his accusers, or do we believe, his image and what we have seen of him in the public light? Okay, well, cut to a few days ago. I just looked this up. What really motivated me to make this video is I was just doing a Google search very quickly about his wife, Camille Cosby, and it come to find out, she's it's been reported that she has no longer been wearing his wedding ring or her wedding ring in public, and there are rumors that they are getting a divorce at 55 after 50 some odd years of marriage. So all in all, things are looking, pretty bad, and this video is about really, you know, don't don't let the wool be pulled over your third eye. We have to remain vigilant, and we have to pay attention to what we are seeing, because there's so much more, beneath the surface. And finally, to contrast what I said about the story that I told about Bill Cosby, I want to highlight something that I noticed. You might be thinking, well, if I were a celebrity, maybe a lot of people would ask me for my autograph, and I wouldn't always want to sign an autograph, and especially someone's shoe. I really wouldn't want, to do that. Whatever. But here's something that I want to share with you. A couple of weeks ago, I was at Big Three, a Big Three event. That's Ice Cube's new basketball league, and I was there in Las Vegas, and I watched many of the games. And DJ Quick performed. Too Short was there to perform, but I didn't catch his performance. And many celebrities were there. So it was kind of like the event that happened when I was very young and I was with my aunt. There were so many celebrities around. Well, anyhow, Ice Cube was so generous and so kind and a man of the people that he walked over to the children who were sitting in the bleachers, and he offered to sign autographs. So I noticed that someone, handed him a t-shirt, handed him a piece of paper, whatever. And then I saw a young kid hand him a shoe. And in that moment, I thought, wow, that was me. I was handing Bill Cosby a shoe. And you know what Ice Cube did? He just grabbed the shoe, he just signed it, and he handed it back to the kid. No qualms, nothing, no reservations. Cube did it. So when I saw what Cube did, and I thought back to what happened with me, with Bill Cosby and my shoe, I thought, man, there's a huge difference in character. And with that, I will say, character counts. I remember listening to those radio broadcasts on the way to school about character counts. That was a very famous show. And so I'm going to end it with that. Character counts. All right, peace. Thank you for your time. Thanks for watching.